Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Farming Simulator. We're here in Alma, Missouri again, getting ready to plant some corn. It's 7 a.m. on April 1st. No, there's no April Fool's joke here. Just us getting out here in the field. I don't know how much we're gonna be needing to fill up because we only have about 660 liters of seed in this seeder. But like I normally do, we're gonna kick on course play. Gotta get set up here real quick. You can kind of see what we did with this other field here, how we planted that. We'll do 2 headlands. That's fine. Yeah, we're gonna start with the center. Anytime I'm seeding or cultivating or plowing, I usually start with the center because it gives the edges a nice clean look, in my opinion. But that's just me. We'll knock that down to 8. I forget why I set it to 9. But yeah. So we're gonna generate that. Looking at that, that looks about as good as it can. I know I'm going to have a few spots where we're not going to be able to seed very well just because of the way the cultivator ended up doing things. And this does not direct seed. So, just checking on my settings here real quick. I usually raise the tools late and I lower them early. Gives me less chance of actually missing anything. Like I said, the green patches here are areas just like that we will not be able to seed through because this is not a direct seeder. So this is also fertilizing as well. And so we're able to get down some fertilization in areas that will need it, which is good. I'm gonna tab over to my pickup truck. There it is. Oh, love the sound of that. I need to head to town and get a auger trailer for seed and fertilizer because I realized I don't have one. I think I did on a previous version that I was playing on off channel, just checking out the map and whatnot, or maybe it's a playthrough that I inadvertently deleted. I don't remember. So we do have some additions to the farm. Like I got this well pit here, so we do have direct access to water. We're still going to be using our fuel trailer here, but I do have a def tank, which is currently empty. I'm going to have to fill that up. And this actually will allow us to store our seed, any kind of lime, fertilizer, herbicide, things like that, whether it's liquid or solid fertilizer, that is. This is going to be our storage area. As you can see, we already have it pretty well full. But in all actuality, what it's going to do is allow me to buy directly from here instead of having to buy a bunch of big bags or totes or whatever and going over to the shop to pick them up. And then this is our fuel pump here. The reason why it's out here is because we have ended up burying the tank. I believe it's buried almost right over here. I wanted it away from any of the buildings or any of the possible areas, and it's encased in its own concrete shell underneath. Took us a while to do, but at the same time, if we need to dig it up, we just have to dig the hole, lift the lid up, and we have access to the tank itself. So that's why I wasn't too concerned, because we took the steps to be able to have it buried directly under the road, a gravel road at that, and for there not to be any issues. But, ooh, there is one other spot I do need to double check. Nope, just that. So I did put our equipment, snow equipment over here for the tractor. Ooh, it looks like our grass is actually coming in quite nicely. It's currently in the second growth stage. Even though it's saying it's ready to harvest, I don't want to harvest it until it's fully grown. But we're gonna head over to the shop. Hopefully get there and back before... Oop, head in reverse. There we go. Hopefully get to the shop and back before Paul needs refilled on the tractor. Alright, we made it to town now. I'm just gonna go in here and talk to the guys. See if they got the piece of equipment that I'm after. Here at Clever Motors. And we're gonna hopefully go from there. Alright, just got done talking to the guys. We have leased a new piece of equipment. He said that it should be pulled around back here. Oh, I love the sound of this truck. Alright, let's get pulled around back, see if it's sitting back there. I did not put on my fifth wheel attachment, so I did ask for a bumper pull, because at the very least, ooh, there it is. At the very least, I figured if it's a bumper pull, I can hook up to any tractor with it. And oh yeah, I forgot that we have our slurry spreader that we have yet to pick up. Whoops. So this Unverperth auger trailer is one that actually they had for almost dirt cheap. They basically said it's been sitting around for a bit. Get everything hooked up there. Let's see here. Okay, those are the brake lights. I see the wiring for the turn signals are working fine. So we should be good to go. Get this truck in gear and roll out. And I will have to remember after we get done planting to come get that. Because I completely forgot that we had that sitting over here. Whoops. Well, it's also been a while since we've actually been on this map to actually do farming and not just a special Thanksgiving load delivery. So it feels good to be back on this map. I do love this map thoroughly. If I recall, I do believe that I had installed the update to this map. Did not require a new save game to my knowledge. Though I will have to double check. I'm not planning on doing another save game. If I find out that I have an issue, I will just do what I can to recreate what I already have. Basically what I'll do is I'll just come in here, take note of all the equipment I got, any buildings I may or may not have placed, which I have only placed the buildings that I just did before this video. And we'll just kind of go from there. Just got a message saying that our driver Paul is empty on seed, so he's waiting around for us to come get him filled up. So let's get to it. All right, so we just got done getting it filled up. Let's get out here. Usually I'd want him to come to me, but it is what it is, so we're just gonna come out here to him. I'm gonna try, and of course, what do? I drive over the plowed area. Alright, let's get that out. I'm hoping we can get to it from this angle. Oh. I guess it is only a couple Leaders, where did he go? Let's get pulled back here. Alright. One moment while we give Paul a call and get him back here. Alright, we got him going on his way again. Thankfully, he just missed the front end of my truck. He must be a little irritated. Oh, come on, this way. Just trying to get up here to the grass. Alright, so let's take a look at our other fields that we got going on here, since we're right here. So what we got here? Sunflowers. They're in growth stage 2 of 7. Looks like I may have to get out here and spray some fertilizer down on them, just to make sure things are going in the right direction for us. And what about this? Barley. Ooh, getting close. 5 of 6 is the growth stage. I might get out here and get some fertilizer on here as well. But that'll have to wait until we get done with planting this. What I think I might do, though, is after the next fill-up that he requires, I think what we'll do is actually take over the remaining duties of planting. And since he seems to be in an attitude, we're just going to give him a little bit of a break. It is what it is. It's hard to say what he may be going through right now, so give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's get tabbed over to that. Oop. We'll just kind of ride in the buddy seat with him. Just watch him observe. Watch and observe how things are going. Looks like not much moisture in the ground right now. Just enough, though, that it should be good for the plants, but not enough that it's causing issues with clogging up our cedar. So, cedar, planer, whatever you want to call this thing. But you can see all the areas that we missed when we were cultivating. We should be able to get that resolved when we plow things up next. Because I'm going to try to keep things going. Let's see here. So, okay. For a second I saw white here and I thought it was cotton. You can't see this off to the right, but cotton is looks like just a little bit dimmer white. Is there any cotton on this field? Yeah. So this is cotton. This is corn, as is this. Because I just took corn off. There's corn. So I'm not a big fan that both cotton and corn are both white. But I guess that is just a hair dimmer white than what this is. But yeah, I had to make sure that what we were doing was actually corn and not cotton. Because I don't want to be dealing with cotton right now. Why do I feel like... No, everything looks right. Okay, it filled in. So yeah, we still have 4, 9, and 3, I think is what that is. I haven't bought anything else as of yet, just to prove it. Kind of wish we could buy like the roads and such, but I guess when you buy each field to an extent, you have the capability of that. But I do want to buy 3 at some point, and I might buy these up as well. Like all these small fields. I think I'm going to start buying those just so we can get more fields to our name. And also a chance of more harvest. But let's see here. Take a look at this. So that's our pH. It's a little iffy in some spots, and I don't know why. Our nitrogen, which, as you know, we are putting down fertilizer as we're seeding here, so that's why it's starting to clear up. As a quick save is kicking in. So you can see field 4 and 9 both had rather crappy harvests. And even field 3, it kind of had a crappy harvest last time. So we are actually seeding pretty high in the area that we're in. But that's because it's a silty clay. And you can see that it does have a correlation. You can see exactly, you know, where we did a low, standard, or high. It was in very direct correlation to loamy sand, which is yellow, sandy loam, which is the green, the gray tan area, light tan or whatever you want to call that, is loam. Blue is silty clay. If we had any red, it would be where we took a sample, but it has not been registered yet. So, oh. So apparently where we have our grass field here is loam. Okay. Nitrogen, yeah, that could probably use some fertilizer. But we may not. We're at 45% as far as our seed goes, and falling. When we might get most of this seeded before we need another fill up, which is awesome. I'll take it for certain. And we are slowly putting fertilizer down this area. Looks like it because we got into a different soil type. But yeah, that's kind of where we're looking for this map. Nothing too crazy or outrageous. And I didn't realize that I did a skip 2 type of configuration. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not going to complain too much. But considering it's just about done anyway. I think next time it may just be a skip 1. But the only reason I think I did skip is because it's a little bit easier. The tractor normally won't have to make as sharp of a turn as it can before trying to back up and then continuing on. So it does make it just a little bit quicker. I think when I did the sunflower seed field over there, that's what I did just to give it a shot. I think it kind of worked out a little different as far as just the shape of that field. So yeah, seeding this definitely seems to be going quite well today. It makes me happy. And looks like we are done with the center part of this field, so we're going to be starting the I don't really want to call it an end row, but well, I guess it's more a headland than end row. I guess technically this is the last part of the center area before doing the end rows. Headlands. Crikey. Technically it is end rows too, but come on. So I hope everyone is having a great week. I don't think I've said that just yet. But truly, well, you know, at least here in Ohio, I'm filming on a Tuesday, and I've already seen some snowflakes mixed in with rain showers today. It makes me happy. I love those snow showers where it gets on everything but the roads, and the roads are just nice and wet. Not icy, not slick, but just wet. Where it's like right around that 30, 32 degree Fahrenheit mark. Because that's usually around the time that you'll get accumulation on the grass, but not necessarily on the street. At least that's the way it seems, I'll put it that way. So you can see with the overlap, and with the way I have it set up to where it pulls up late, we're not missing anything going around the corners. If I just had it set up like normal, we would probably have a strip like on every other or every third row, just because of it picking up before it would get to the point of our headland pass hitting it. And that can be rather annoying, especially if you're trying to be as efficient and productive as possible in your fields. If you use Courseplay, I highly recommend taking a look at that and adjusting it to your own needs. So I haven't been able to take a look yet on the new mod that I just installed today, which allows you to basically run a farm, but you get restricted on what farm equipment you can have based on the years. Because it starts off like early years, depending on whatever you have. And it sounds like it's mainly supposed to be used with mods, not just standard. So mods that you would have. I think it also has a list of not required mods, but highly recommended mods, which I haven't done yet. So I'll probably go into the file and see if I can figure out what mods those are and make sure that I have them or possibly get them so I can make the best out of that situation. That's also the mod that I made a comment in my last video, possibly going through my mod list as far as tractors and equipment goes, and making sure they are all set up with dates, or at least years, of like the first year that they were like the year they were made. So whether it's 1970 model John Deere or 1950 case or whatever it is, so that way when I do that use that mod, because I do want to do gameplay, start doing gameplay with that in mind, and just start going through the years, and just kind of updating every year or so, something like that. I think that could be a basically different gameplay than what I'm used to doing. I know plenty of other YouTubers have done something similar, basically just doing it on their own, mainly because they're either farmers or they're a lot more into farm equipment than I ever have been or possibly could be. And that's more power to them. I love their videos when they do that too. So I'm just saying, sub 300,000, or 300K. God bless it. Can I count and do my math right? Just pure straight 300, sub 300 subs. Yeah, there we go. That's how many I have. Because I'm actually, at the time of me recording this, let's see here. Per my app, my YouTube Studio app, I currently have 242 subscribers. And if you're one of them listening right now and watching, I definitely want to thank you guys. I just find it amazing that 242 people, minimum, have stopped and watched my content and like it enough to subscribe. I just love it. It's amazing. I'll keep doing what I'm doing if you guys keep doing what you're doing, watching my videos, subscribing. If you haven't subscribed already, it is free. Just throwing that out there. And I have been seeing a few more people making comments. So yeah, make the comments, make them all you want. I will read them. And if I feel the need to respond, I will. Normally, I'll at least try to respond in one form or another, just because that's the way I am. And we're not going to make it all the way around this headland, I don't think. Because we're at 4% and dropping quick. But we'll go ahead and get this filled up with seed, and we'll get this finished up ourselves. Yeah, clearly you guys aren't a big fan of my trucking videos. Because the last one that I just did, why did it unfold that? You don't want that unfolded. You're still very much attached. Yeah, clearly you guys aren't a fan of my trucking vids. Because the one I recently did, I've had 2 views on. I'll put it that way. So I guess I know not to do too much trucking videos. Oop. Got too close. Oh yeah, I probably should get out and start the truck. Or, so that way, you know. So that at least the trailer has power, you know. Didn't quite have it in the right spot. I'm trying not to drive too much over our seeded fields. Oh, there we go. That was quick. Only 660 liters. Alright, we're going to get the GPS going again once we get back over here. But we're going to stay in the tractor. I kicked Paul out. Told him I got it from here. He can go do whatever he feels he needs to at the moment. I think the only other thing I'm planning on doing is probably getting a sprayer out and spraying my fields with fertilizer. Fertilizer or herbicide? I need to see which one is going to be more important. Actually, I can take a quick look right now while GPS is doing its thing. We have no weed issues, it looks like. Maybe a couple over here, but that might be plowing. Yeah, so far our fields are actually doing well enough. It seems that we're not having to worry about weeds at the moment, which great, love it. Makes my job easier. But I think while we finish up this field, we're going to call the episode there, guys. So as always, if you happen to like what you see, or if you catch yourself watching more than one of my videos, please do us both a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That bell let you be notified of every single video I post, and not just select few there and here and there. And I apologize if that just sounded really weird, because it sounded really weird to me. With how I said it, that is. Regardless, guys. As it is with every video between Thanksgiving and Christmas, if you're not subscribed or you are subscribed, either way, if you made it this far, I want to thank you, and I really want to greatly say that I appreciate it. And I hope each and every one of you have a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. So with all that being said, guys, we'll catch you in the next episode. So take care. Peace.